Hey folks, it's Maxie here and welcome to a brand new TEW2020 video with AEW. This is our first of two events in December. This is AEW Crowning Glory. This is where we are going to have the winners of the Brodie Memorial Tag Team Cup and the Trios Tournament as well. It's quite a story driven show, which is going to basically lead up to the next few months, so hopefully some good decisions I make. It remains to be seen. This particular show was just basically, I've moved it over. It used to be the draft show, but with random drafts happening in August, I felt like, yeah, cool, we'll just rename this Crowning Glory and continue that lineage. So the draft show the last time got 92, and that was a main event of Darby Allin and Kenny Omega taking on MJF and Sammy Guevara in the main event. So excited for this one. I hope it delivers. Sit back, relax, enjoy. This is Crowning Glory. So 69,431 fans in attendance here at the FedEx Field, and our 100 segment comes between two athletes on our Carnage brand, and it is just basically Cody Rhodes and Logan Paul having issues with each other. They just basically go back and forth. Cody Rhodes saying, you know, you've been a bit of a pain in the ass since you've joined AEW, but it is good to see you taking it seriously. And Logan Paul says he's here to make money, he's here to take it seriously, he's here to beat the best. So how about, at Winter is Coming, Cody Rhodes faces Logan Paul. So cheap 100 segment, but we start off by booking something of a big effect at our final show of the year. We start off with our opening contest for the TBS Championship, and it's about to have some good heat and decent wrestling as Kairi Hojo defeated Jamie Hayter in 13:36 with a spear, giving Kairi her fourth defence of the TBS Championship. 81, pretty good there. Jamie's someone I feel like's kind of lost the boil a little bit, but hopefully a match up here can rejuvenate her, and maybe a babyface turn in the future. But a good opener, it must be said, with the 81. We then have Chris Jericho with an announcement. Ignore the text here, I'll explain the situation. It's a sad situation. So basically, in the midst of this tournament, the Young Bucks face Private Party. It was meant to be Young Bucks going over. Matt Jackson had a spinal injury. Is out for a year, so obviously I've had to vacate the tag titles, so obviously we can't use them in angles either. So just Chris Jericho taking the belts from Nick and just saying you've got to make them vacant. And it means also the winner of the Tag Team Memorial Cup will be the AEW World Tag Team Championships. So it's only a 62 promo from Jericho. My concern here is the similar type of injury, and the surgery procedure after it was exactly what happened with Ray Phoenix. So I could end up being in a situation with a save where I have no Ray Phoenix and I have no Matt Jackson. So Nick, as I say, is there, but yeah, gutted, absolutely gutted when that happened. However, while that segment's taking place, we find Isaiah Cassidy from Private Party showing backstage, and he's just like completely bloodied, he's battered, he's been beat up by someone, he doesn't know what's happened, he's not been, you know, he had no idea who it is that's attacked him, but he's been taken out. And that is a 70 rated segment. Will he even make the semi-final of the Tag Team Tournament? Remains to be seen. We then had a matchup for the AEW Women's World title. Saraya's been on a great run of form, some good victories over Charlotte, so I gave her the opportunity against Mercedes. And the superb matchup saw Mercedes defeat Saraya in 18:03 by pinfall, 8th defence of the belt, 80 rating. I think one of the penalties here would have been two baby faces, but I still feel like it was just a real good opportunity to see if Saraya could still handle it at the top level in the women's division, which it seems she can. We then have Chris Jericho again backstage, and he confirms to Kevin Steen and Sami Zayn that basically Private Party, Isaiah Cassidy's in no condition to fight. So he says he's going to give them the opportunity, and they are going to face Hook and Claudio from the Carnage brand. Of course, that's Team Heyman in a semi-final match for a place in the final. So 68 rated, and they've got to the end of this next match before they pretty much get thrown in at the deep end. The first semi-final was about to have some good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd, as FTR defeated Top Flight in 14:27 when Cash Wheeler pinned Dante Martin with the big rig. At 79, not too bad. We're still trying to build Darius up a little bit because he's had so many long-term injuries. almost equivalent to real life. But a good one for FTR. They'll be in the final of the Brodie Lee Memorial Cup, and of course with the big rig as their finisher. How fitting. And the other semi-final was about that had great wrestling and good heat. And Kevin Steen and Sami Zayn defeated Team Heyman in 13:36 when Kevin Steen pinned Claudio with a package pile driver. 82, Kevin Steen was head and shoulders above everyone else with a 95, so I'm assuming a good boost between him and Sami together. So that means we're going to have Kevin Steen and Sami Zayn versus FTR for the AEW Tag Team Championships and the AEW Brodie Lee Memorial Tag Team Cup. We then had a matchup for the Queen of AEW title. Konami's not actually on a brand, she's just been floating about having good matches, so I thought I'll use this as an opportunity to properly get over the Queen of AEW Championship on Carnage. So here with a great bout, decent reaction from an audience as Yuka Sakazaki defeated Konami in 13:34 with a magical girl kick. This gave Yuka the 6th defence of the Queen of AEW Championship. So an 87 from Yuka. She's just been knocking out the park, so I keep getting her title defences because I know she is going to deliver. But 81, spectacular, and yeah, just shows how good she really is. We then moved on to a bit of a brawl here. It was an exceptional matchup that suffered from psychology, but Malakai Black defeats Jon Moxley in 13:44 with a black mass due to interference from Brodie King. So a 79, 89 for Moxley, 90 for Malakai. I think you'd probably see us about the 90 in terms of rating if we had the psychology. But obviously, Brodie King interfering, it's not the end of the feud. I'm hoping to do some sort of dangerous cinematic matchup at Winter is Coming as Moxley looks to get his revenge. But it's been a good push for Malakai Black, really thrived in the tag reign of the Kings of the Black Throne, and I felt like it was time to properly pull the trigger on a solo run. We then had a little segment with Daniel Garcia, your TNT champion, and Bryan Danielson. And what Bryan says here is he's absolutely proud that Daniel Garcia defeated Wardlow to become the TNT champion. But he wants to test out how good Daniel Garcia really is. And he's like, you've done great. You are the apprentice though. Can you beat the master? So he wants to be at Winter is Coming, Bryan Danielson, Daniel Garcia for the TNT Championship. So a lot of stuff getting built for that show, and it was a 78 rated segment. We then had the final of the Trios Championship, and it was a good matchup that saw Will Ospreay in Aussie Open defeat E, Kofi and Woods in 12:17 when Will Ospreay pinned E with the Stormbreaker, meaning that Will Ospreay and your Aussie Open are the Trios Champions. A great 96 performance here from Ospreay, 81 overall, which also means that they will get an opportunity to challenge E, Kofi and Woods for the Trios Championship. So we'll go through the brackets at the end of the video to let you see who all participated, but Aussie Open and Will Ospreay from United Empire pick up the victory. Now stuff's about to go down, and holy crap, that is a fantastic matchup that has exceeded expectations, and about that had superb wrestling and good heat. FTR defeat Kevin Steen and Sami Zayn in 1908 when Cash Wheeler pinned Sami Zayn with the big rig, meaning that FTR are your new AEW World Tag Team Champions and the winners of the AEW Brodie Lee Memorial Tag Team Cup. Great performances in there, 95 again from Kevin Steen and 93 from Cash Wheeler. Absolutely ecstatic with that. And now, stuff's about to go down. First off, FTR celebrate, they hold up the cups. On the ramp, they hold up the title belts. The crowd are going wild. But this leaves Sami Zayn and Kevin Steen disappointed in the ring. And of course, Kevin Steen absolutely loses it. He completely mauls down Sami Zayn, and an 83 segment here means that Kevin Steen even turns heel. However, joining him in the beatdown, Adam Cole, Jay White, Nick Jackson, Hangman Adam Page, Kenny Omega, all beat down Sami Zayn. 81 rated segment. Nick Jackson turns heel. Hangman turns heel. Kenny turns heel. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Mount Rushmore of the Super Elite. They have all joined together to take over AEW. A mega heel faction is what we're going to head into 2026 with. Are they all doing it as a unit? For Matt Jackson. So that is our big segment, and we still have our World Championship match. Walter laid out the contract that's been accepted by Drew Galloway, but they only delivered in 82. I thought Walter would get a better one out of Drew, but a superb matchup. Walter defeats Drew Galloway in 21-15 with the rear naked choke, giving him his first defence of the belt. 82-95 for Walter, a 72 for Drew. And we finish the show with a Walter promo. He just basically says, "This is the first man that I've defended this championship against. Beat him the hell up. Jon Moxley fought me. I beat him the hell up. I'll defend this championship against anybody that steps forward to me, but not one person in this company is on my level. I am the ring general of AEW in professional wrestling, and I will be the champion for the eternity of 2026 when we get there. So I'll be on every show. We'll see who steps up and tries to take me." So basically going to do like lots of title defences with him on television and have a proper run at one, just great matches to try and get him a rating, but just to properly have the greatest title run ever with Walter. So the show gets a 92. I mean, if we had that tag team main event in that segment ending the show, I think we nail an 100 show. I really do. It's a 92 main event match plus 100 segment plus boosts. I think you nail 100, but we decided to put it there. We have a massive angle from it, and we have a lot of people turning heel. So let me know what you think of that faction, as we're now going to have a wee look at the tag team and the trios brackets. So the good news is the show, fantastic reviews, and Adam Cole's back from injury. Perfect. Right, Scott Parker, that's fine. We'll give you your contract. Let's have a wee look at the notes. Obviously, we have every WWE person under scouting, that's fine. Clown and Gory get 32.66 on TV, 24.5 million viewers. Lack of big names, but that's because obviously Kenny, etc. didn't wrestle, CM Punk didn't wrestle, MJF didn't wrestle. It just shows how much star power we have on these shows. So, to confirm a few things. Medical. So see here, herniated spinal disc for Matt Jackson, 8 months before he's back, if he ever does come back. Chris Statlander's on her 3 months and 1 week before she's back from her torn quad. The tournaments, because we can end them now. So the trios started off with United Empire defeating Ua Nation, Shinsuke Nakamura and Tommaso Ciampa. We had Wheeler Yuta, Ricochet and Shota Umino defeating Timothy Thatcher, Drew Gulak and El Lindemann. Kofi and Woods defeated Prince Devitt, Chris Bay and Bad Luck Fale from Bullet Club, AEW. And we had Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate and Zack Sabre Jr. defeat the team of Swerve Strickland, Keith Lee and Mustafa. Into the semi-finals with Will Ospreay, Davis and Fletcher defeat Yuta, Ricochet and Umino. Kofi and Woods beat Dunne, Bate and Sabre Jr. And then of course your final. So Ospreay, Davis and Fletcher defeat Kofi and Woods. So we can end that. That is in the archives. So with 16 teams enter this, Top Flight defeated Proud and Powerful. United Empire defeated Reynolds and Silver. The Acclaim defeated Aussie Open. FTR beat the Fatu Brothers. The Cult of Lucha defeated the Profits. This is where the Young Bucks were about to beat Private Party, but obviously the audible was called. The Grizzled Young Veterans defeated the Regals. And Team Heyman defeated Rey and Dominic Mysterio. In the quarterfinals, Top Flight defeated the United Empire. FTR defeated the Acclaimed. Private Party defeated the Cult of Lucha. And Team Heyman defeated the Grizzled Young Veterans, which led to FTR defeating Top Flight. Of course, no, but Steven Zayn replacing... Who did they replace again? Private Party to face Team Heyman. And then, of course, FTR win the final. So, the last thing we'll look at is the 9 million championships I've got and tournaments. Thankfully there's a lot of tournaments there, so it's not as bad, but I've pretty much went full on Tony Khan with the amount of titles. But annoyed that you can't move title belts from your alliance, for your development companies to the alliance, since we're all part of the Forbidden Door. So I'd have loved to have brought like the Impact title here without losing the lineage. I think I possibly could, but I don't know if the champion would stay with it. That's what puts me off. Because you can move belts around, so move title, I could move it there, but I don't know if the championship would go with them. Maybe need to test that with one of the lesser belts. So anyway, you've had 3 Brodie Lee Memorial Tag Team Cups now. We've had them won by Ten and Wyndham, Danielson and Garcia, and FTR. The Evolve Championship at the moment is with absolute Ricky Starks, and he has managed to move the Prestige up 1 so far and 2 title defences. The Evolve Tag Team Championships with the Regal brothers, who've had 1 defence since they've had it, so they've got up 1 point as well. So these belts are going to take a long way to get their prestige over. And the Mixed Tag Team Champions have only had 1 defence since August, and the last defended in October. So I've only had that belt on the line 7 times in 14 months. So I'm maybe need to utilise that a bit better. TBS Championship has had 4 defences in 177 days, and Kairi Hojo is your champion since Double or Nothing. TNT champion Daniel Garcia's had 15 days after Wardlow's long lengthy run as champion. The prestige of that belt's up at 77. TBS is at 72, which will still be more than the women's world. The Lucha Underground Trios Championships have had 1 defence since they've been won in October. Of course, they won them from Santos, Fantasma, Al Mendoza and Barbaro Cavanaro, so that's 3 championships under our reign, and that's we're up by 2 points. The AEW Women's World Championship, so when I created these belts, or I created the TBS, I accidentally created it higher than the Women's World Championship, so we're still trying to get that prestige higher than the TBS. It doesn't help that the TBS has a lot of great matches, but Women's World Champion since Double or Nothing, Mercedes, she's had 8 defences of the belt, and look at that again, up 5 points. So we've been really trying to hammer that ahead of the TBS Championship, which is, we're up 4 points. So still don't know, but maybe I just have a crap champion. Women's World Tag Team, we've had quite a few champions since its inception back 4 years ago at the end of December 2021. Britt Baker and Anna Jay have had them for 92 days, which is mad because it only feels like yesterday they got them. But they've done well as champions so far, and the prestige of that belt up 4 also. The big one, the World Championship. That's not bad considering I took over the save when Kerry was champion, and I had Shawn Michaels have a 1 week reign, or a 1 month reign, 1 match reign as well, you could say. And we went through just those champions in the space of, well, effectively 6 years. 4 by myself. So Jericho, Moxley, Omega, and then under my well, Omega we kept right up until May 2022. Then it was Hangman for a year. Then Eddie, Shawn, Sammy, Adam Cole, MJF, Moxley for the first time double champ, and Walter has it. Prestige wise, 84. Dropped a little bit, but back up to 84. World Tag Team with Cash Wheeler and Dax Harwood. First vacancy, which was just a shame due to injury, but it is their fourth reign as champions, so they've had plenty of reigns so far. So I would have started the Young Bucks as champions just as they lost it to the Lucha Bros, and I put the belt right on the Lucha Bros straight away to copy real life. But you can see there, we've been pretty consistent in giving the Bucks and FTR some good reigns. But they're not going to be around forever, so I need to utilise them. Well, we've got them. Zero X Championship, Takahashi has had 5 defences in 54 days, so using that title all the time on the line. 77 prestige. And you can see there, since its exception, we've had Pac, Ricochet, Sammy Guevara, Wheeler Yuta, and Buddy Matthews as champions. Prestige up 5. Surprisingly, 1 belt I've dealt with really well. Lucha Underground belt, maybe not so much. Jungle Boys had it 15 days after Kyle O'Reilly had it for most of the summer. And a bit into the fall with Sami Zayn in there, Matt Riddle. Of course, our first champion was Garza Jr., who had a few defences before he lost it to Penta. Saying that, 5-6 champions in the space of a year and a bit isn't too bad. Maybe needed more title defences, and the prestige of that is up 4. Men's Face of the Revolution, only debuted that this year. Moxley won the ladder match, so that prestige will stay the same. Queen of AEW, only Miyuka Sakazaki, but she's got it up 2 points since she's had the belt. 6 title defences. She's defended the belt against Konami, Chelsea Green 3 times, Allysin Kay, Jessie Mackay, and a triple threat match against Toni Storm, Very, and Starlight Kid back in September at Grand Slam. Shine Belt is at 41, is with Aluna Black. She's had 3 defences in 142 days. Obviously, champion since I've had it has been Riho, who lost it instantly when I took the belt to Serena Deeb and then Aluna Black. So that's not bad. That's 2 champs effectively in the space of a year. Prestige is up to 41. Men's Own 86. Walter's your last champion there, but look at the prestige of that after Walter won it, up 6. The women's is at 82 after being won by Bailey Rose, so that's up 6. The Trios Tournament sits at 81, and that's went up by 5 thanks to the win of Ospreay, Davis and Fletcher. And last but not least is your Face of the Revolution for the women's, which was won by Chris Statlander. If I take away that, yeah, then all the other title belts that we've bought, which has been the Deep South Heavyweight, the Elite Development System Men's Tag Champions, basically still had these lineages even though it was only 3 belts. And I also managed to take the FCW Divas, Florida Heavyweight, Florida Tag Team. We had the Gift of the Gods, remember, which a few guys had it here, including Kana, Penta, A-Kid Ray, Matt Riddle and Swerve, but I like how I was doing with it. And then of course with the Shine Nova and Shine Tag Teams, but we've just left it. So that's it. One more show to go this year. That is Winter is Coming in 12 days time. Next weekend, real life. As in YouTube, not the actual Winter is Coming. But looking forward to it. Lots of stuff bulked out here. I've actually got away where I've got basically the 4 tapings of Impact as well. So I'll have a lot of the January pay-per-view planned already. And then we'll start getting the good stories, getting ready for, well, effectively, Beach Break, Forbidden Door, the full women's event, and then we'll see where we're going to go with the free-for-all series. Since we've done Mexico this year, we'll go somewhere else next year. And of course we'll have a special at the end of the year in-game where it'll be the rewards and the PW 500. So cheers for watching, hope you enjoyed it. And check out the Fantasy Booker subreddit and the Grey Software forums, and I'll see you next week for some more TEW2020 action. Take it easy, bye bye.